Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. And if it's your first time here, I'm Janetta, an author who loves to draw. On my channel, I focus on combining storytelling with art. If that's something you're interested in, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let's get to it. SSMD So It Begins, Chapter 47, Damn. Sharon. Sharon had just finished with the client when her attorney called with the news. Philip had signed the divorce papers. Though she had been hoping for this news for a while, Sharon wasn't feeling joyful. All those years down the tube. Before she could stop them, tears flowed down her cheek. When it truly mattered, her best had not been good enough. Eva. Katina accepted my offer to hold and feed the baby while she ate. My heart ached as I held that little bundle close to my heart. Would I ever have kids of my own? Looks like I found a babysitter, Katina joked. Most definitely. I love kids. I smiled, still gazing down. So you were saying you and Lim relocated here from Texas? Yes, his job wanted him here to head up a large project. The project will take 3 years, so we are renting the house until he finishes and we can move back. And what about your career? For now, I am a full-time wife and mother. Before we moved, I was working as a receptionist in a dentist's office. It doesn't sound like much, but I love my coworkers. Lim and I agreed I would stay at home until the baby turns 1. Something in her demeanor told me she had agreed reluctantly. But enough about me. What do you do, Eva? As the SSMD advisor, I had so far remained anonymous, and usually when asked what I do, I would answer that I ran a consulting business. I decided to stick to the same script with Katina until I got to know her better. That sounds interesting. Please let me know if you need any help with anything, no matter how big or small. Katina was eager to do anything. I don't have anything at the moment, but I might take you up on your offer in a few weeks. Great, just let me know. After lunch, I convinced Katina to grab the baby stroller so we could take a walk. We ended the walk at Katina's house. Before she went inside, she reminded me to let her know if I needed any help, and I promised I would. Once her and the baby were inside, I crossed the street heading for home. Xavier's car was now in the driveway, and I could see him sitting inside. I was going to say hello when I noticed the second head in the car with him. From the long flowing weave, I could tell it was a female. Before getting out, they leaned into one another and kissed. I picked up my pace, trying to get in the house before having to face him, but I wasn't quick enough. Xavier got out the car and spotted me immediately. "Hi, Eva," he called out as he rounded the rear of the car to open the passenger door. I waved in response and managed a dry, "Hi." He opened the passenger door, and a tall, dark weave beauty stepped out and purred. "Darling, is this the neighborly little Eva you've told me about?" She runway walked over to me and stuck out her hand. "Hi, I'm Olivia, Xavier's girlfriend." I felt sideswiped, but I managed to engage in polite but brief conversation before excusing myself. As I passed Xavier, I couldn't look at him. When I finally closed my front door behind me, I could only say one thing. Damn. Chapter 48. No worries. Leah. Working in the cafe kept Leah busy, and Mario was starting to feel neglected. As hard as she wanted to, Leah couldn't free up more time to spend with him. Tonight she had promised that he would be her priority, but one of their cooks had called in sick, and Leah had to help out in the kitchen. When she called Mario and canceled for the 3rd time in 1 week, he reached his limit in patience. "I'll be there by 9 to help you close, and then we need to talk." He said a quick goodbye and hung up the phone before Leah could question him about what the talk would be about. She hoped that he wasn't breaking up with her. She knew she would have a hard time focusing until he arrived. Mario arrived as promised and helped her close up the cafe. He made small talk all while they worked, and Leah hoped that meant things were okay. Once things were in order at the cafe, they went up to Leah's apartment. "Mario, before you say anything, let me say that I love you and I hope you aren't going to break up with me because we haven't had much Any, Mario corrected. Any time together lately, Leah conceded. You aren't about to break up with me, are you? Mario pulled her to him and kissed her. There was something different about this kiss, and Leah instinctively knew they had made the 6 months of celibacy, and it was now over. She pulled away. Are you sure? His answer was hotter than fire. The next morning, he turned to her and said, Leah, I love you. Move in with me. That's the only way we are going to get to see each other on a regular basis, and I need to be with you. Without hesitation, Leah said, yes. Eva. I had been trying to reach Sharon, but she hadn't been ready to engage in living again. I gave her space knowing that she would reach out when she was ready. When she finally called, I was over Leah's, helping her pack up for her big move. On my way out of the house, I ran into Katina. She was so desperate to get out that she offered to come and help. Can you meet me for a drink? Sharon asked. I explained to her where I was and what I was doing, and to my surprise, she said, okay, I'll bring the liquor and we can drink there. Tell Leah I'm on the way and no worries. Chapter 49, A Toast to the SSMD. Eva. As promised, Sharon arrived at Leah's with hard liquor, champagne, and no drama. Leah was still a bit uneasy until Sharon pulled her aside. Leah, we both were wrong and made mistakes. I apologize for the horrible position I put you in. I couldn't salvage Philip in my relationship, but I believe ours is salvageable. I'm willing to rebuild if you are. Relieved, Leah smiled and nodded, too choked up to speak. Sharon pulled her in for a hug. Good, now that the air is clear, let's get this packing done so that we can knock a few back. Sharon, Leah, Katina, and I were just finishing packing Leah's stuff up when Alana joined us at 9:30 p.m. Sorry I missed all the fun, Alana said as she plopped down on the couch next to Katina. For what seemed like the millionth time, Katina's phone buzzed and she excused herself to answer one of Lem's frequent calls. Sharon, Leah, and I gave each other the knowing eye, but said nothing. Katina came back looking frustrated. If we need to leave now, we can, Katina, I offered because I didn't want her to be uncomfortable if she needed to ask to leave. Do you mind? Lem is concerned about me keeping the baby out too late. Wait, do you have time for one drink? I wanted to toast to my new beginning, Sharon said. Sharon stood and rushed into the kitchen for the champagne and glasses she had Leah leave out for toasting later. Sure, Katina said, though I could tell she was feeling pressed to get home. Sharon came out the kitchen with a tray of champagne and quickly handed them out. I'll start off, but please feel free to chime in with anything you want to toast to. I just want to toast to a new beginning as a divorced woman. I hope this leg of my trip will be full of life, laughter, and great sex. I thought of Xavier and all the feelings that I had that crashed onto the ground once I met his girlfriend. Here's to all of us loving ourselves first and finding. I looked at Katina and continued. Or for the married among us enjoying love. I didn't miss her weak smile. Alana stood and lifted her glass. Here's to being single. I lifted my glass to that. Here's to shacking, Leah said, raising her glass. Married, Katina said, raising her glass. And divorced. Sharon closed, and we all took a long sip. If you're interested in learning more about the ladies of SSMD, you can find more books, book 2 and 3, on Amazon. Book 2 is about to go down, and book 3, Bitter with the Sweet. Hope you enjoyed today's story. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until next time, be and stay blessed.